Field stabilized. Kentaro Atun.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be Snow and Ample together today for you on Apocalypse. Bottom left, it's going to be our red Protoss. It is Snow. Bottom right, it is Ample under a Smurf named JSA Terran. This is an RJB DEFCON 1 replay. Should be excellent. A good PvT featuring, all the standard stuff. Zealots, Dragoons, tanks, vultures, a smattering of Goliaths, more Goliaths if there are carriers. You know the drill here. Maybe we will see some vultures that take down some Dragoons with spider mines. That is a nice trick for Terran to pull off on Protoss, and not a very nice trick from the Protoss perspective, but an excellent one from the Terran perspective. So, Apocalypse, it is a desert-tiled map. With, scrub brush everywhere, little milk crates stacked up everywhere, cactus, alien cactus here. And yeah, I think, yes, this is a 3-player map. The spawn is here. I cast a Bisu versus, I want to say, Killer game on this map, and not to spoil anything, but man, that was not a good game to be a worker. So many workers died on Apocalypse. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and I will link it to you. I'm here 6 times a week with Brood War content. Steve the SCV moving out. What up, Steve? Everything is A-OK. Gateway coming up. Not a Nexus first play here from Snow. And man, Snow is pretty much the best player on Earth right now, according to the ELO rankings that RJB posts in the Brood War channel of my Discord server. Let's see. Let's see if we can find it here while we're waiting for things to get started. Dun, 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 Brood War. Steve scouting the wrong way, but now he knows there's no Protoss. Up at the 12 o'clock. Here we go. ELO ranking. Since January 16th of 2024, Snow has 57 wins and 7 losses in Pro versus Pro officially tracked matches. That's crazy. That is so nuts. Man. All right, Ample, you're going to have your work cut out for you here. So, 1 Rax expand timing, a bunker up, Nexus on the way, probe scouting here as well, PD the probe, and as soon as we have enough minerals, singularity charge, right? 80, 90, 100, 120, 130, 140, 150. Yeah, there it is. Singularity charge coming in. SCV says, okay, there's an expansion coming in. That's good. It's not just some crazy 2-gate or 3-gate try to murder me fast build. Snow's going macro style on some level here. He still might show up with a ton of stuff, but not soon is what you want to know. Ooh, Dragoon takes a face full of bullets there for a minute. But he's okay. Those shields will heal up in no time. And he's just waiting for the range to come up. Now, traditionally, if you're Protoss defeated Terran player, you want to have more bases than the Terran player, right? Because the cost efficiency of the mech you're going to be seeing as the second factory is coming in now is going to be way higher than the cost efficiency of your ability to make Zealots and Dragoons, and even things like Reavers and Storm can't really make up for it. This SCV, I see you. You're just scouting? I think you're just scouting for a quick third base up here from Snow. Doesn't see one. Says, okay. Alright, what's the play here? Robotics facility, very normal. Either you're going for Reaver drops with it, well, it's probably Reaver drops and observers, because you're worried about spider mines. But it could just be spider mines, right? It could just be observers. You really don't want to skip obs in this matchup. I mean, every Protoss player in the world, ooh, Steve gets sniped, has a time when they played against a Terran The Terran rushed spider mines out, put spider mines everywhere. The Protoss just straight up died because they didn't have detection. Every single Protoss has a story like that. Maybe it happened to them when they were 5 years old, but they remember it, and so they will get obs fast. Actually, you know what? It's a robotic support bay first. So this is Reaver tech prioritized over detection. And in fairness, I guess the machine shops just finish up on these factories, so spider mines are not happening yet. It's not that long of an upgrade, though, and we'll see. We'll see if it gets started here for Ample, or if he's worried to death about what's happening at the front here. He really shouldn't be. It's 3 Dragoons. He's got a siege tank out. Oh, he's putting it onto the barracks, so it can't be... Wait, what the heck? He just targeted it. Oh my gosh, he wants that tank so bad, and he doesn't even lose a Dragoon for it. He almost does. Ah, it's 12 HP on that Dragoon. Oh, I think Ample was trying to be sneaky by putting that tank under that barracks, but it didn't work out for him. Looks like we're going to get a third base here from Snow right about now. Yep, firing that sucker up. Another siege tank comes in and says, come on. Man, they got a tank for 0 Dragoon deaths. That's an amazing trade from Snow. Spider Mine's coming in. Reaver's on the way. Observatory getting started. There we go. So, Observatory on the way here at Fort de Snow. And on the other side, not much. Not much for Protoss Town. Just making 3 gateways. Oh, look. Idle probes. See? Don't feel too bad about yourself. If you're running into idle probes when you're watching your own replays, you're like, oh, I should have been better. I should have never had an idle worker in my game. But just check it out. Snow, same thing. This is actually concerning. Snow, at some point, this is actually a surprising number of probes that are idle right now. I think it's like 5. This is happening. Marine, Reaver, Siege Tank, Dragoon. Reaver gets a hit off there. Vulture is getting deep into the Protoss base. This is problematic. We're going to get some probe kills for sure. At least 2, maybe 3, 4, 41 probes here. Probes evacing up to the assimilator, taking some hits to the face there too. A sub 40 workers. Some great Vulture run-by stuff out of Ample. Wow. This is actually problematic for Snow. 38 workers to 49 SCVs. And there are still idle probes here, but 2 of them apparently went... There you go. Going to transfer a bunch of them over here to the third base now that it's done. That'll be fine. See, Snow knows what's up. He's going to be all right. This Reaver is very close to taking a Spider Mine hit, which will not kill it. 1 Spider Mine hit is not enough to murder a Reaver, but, you know, you don't want to take the hits and lose the whole damage, do ya? Not really, no. Absolutely, possibly not. So Ample's just set himself up quite nicely here on the open. Gotta say, not going to complain about it. He's got a second base up. He lost a tank, but he killed a bunch of probes. It's 55 to 45 workers in his favor right now. He got a scout off. He knows there's Reavers. He's going to prepare, like, get some vision up here to see about Reavers, throw spider mines, get some tanks up here, get a missile turret. He's just ready for it. And these Vultures diving in. Oh, okay, no. Not with 4 Dragoons holding that. Vulture really wants a kill. Gets around behind the mineral line and does not get a kill. Did bruise up a couple of these probes, though. And by that I mean... took some shields off. One of them's taking some serious damage and is not dead somehow. How do you have 2 HP as a probe at this start stage of the game? Vultures 2-shot you. Does 1 shot take you down to 2 HP? That's, wow. That's more, no, that's way too much damage. I don't buy it. Got ourselves a shuttle speed upgrade coming in. Obviously, if you're going to go for Reaver stuff, shuttle speed is going to be a good upgrade to have. Further vehicle weapons getting researched here from Ample. All's well on that front. And so far, I don't know, feeling okay about Ample. I'd like to see him get a third base as we're setting up for a 4th base up here from Snow. That's exactly what that probe is going for. Now, if Snow goes for the 4th base, and this is just a really strong 2-base timing push out of the Terran player, this could spell disaster for Snow. What he's gonna try to do is swing on in with his slow shuttles, soon to be fast shuttles. Try to get some damage done. But spider mines are here. There's a turret ready to shoot you in the face. Spider mines, zealots eating some spider mines, but oh, Reaver takes a spider mine shot. However, we still got 3 zealots and a Dragoon and a Reaver down here deep in Terran base. What is that Goliath derping about? Ooh, going after supply depots. A very traditional target for this kind of a drop. Reavers. Not really much else to go after out here, I suppose. Dude, what is this? The response has been a little bit anemic from Ample. He is now officially supply blocked, and Siege Tank sieging up means, we want to try to get another shot off here with 2 tanks sieged up? Not really. He backs out with the remaining Reaver. From that group, everybody else died, but the supply block on a Terran player at this stage of the game is pretty real. Definitely going to slow it down. Finally, a third base gets started at the right side here from Ample. Vultures get stuck. This feels like a bad pathing thing to me. Maybe they're just hiding. Like, oh, the army's moving up. That means I can move down. But no, look who's covering his ramp. Snow is. Snow is so smart. Man, he knows the vultures are going to try another run by, so he just covers that angle. He's got this fairly well covered, too, with a nice pylon wall with a cannon. Vultures just zooming. This guy gets sacrificed. No, he's still alive. And now there's a cannon inside the main mineral line, so you can't go deep in there. But a couple of probes. Okay, 3 probes die there. 4 probes die there. 5 probes die, but it's still 63 to 55 workers. Reaver dropping at the third base. No, they can't force a cancel on that command center. It has way too much HP on it. And the other thing I didn't say about beating a Terran player is keeping that tank count low. Killing that first tank that came out from Ample was really nice symbolic movement. Maybe not the greatest thing in the history of the world, but not bad either. Good start for sure. He's killed a couple tanks since then, but not really reduced the tank count beyond what Ample's comfortable with, right? Pro transfer up to the 4th base was almost a disaster with these vultures cruising around, but everything's a-okay. 3rd base is done. Might want to throw up a repair. That's a 50% HP command center, sir. Not exactly what you want to see. These vultures are getting surrounded. Put your hands up. You're surrounded by the dragoons. That's not how dragoons talk. That's how the vultures talk, but whatever. They're translating for the dragoons who are talking to them in Protoss. To their minds. That's how that works. Big move out from Ample. Tank count intense. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 siege tanks here. Maybe even more. 18. Snow hears the sound. Loses a dragoon, though he tried to pull back. This is okay. Snow might be in trouble. We got +1 attack on these tanks. Dragoons are at no upgrades whatsoever. Reaver's trying to get some shots off on these front. There you go. Front tanks. And when you're in range of siege, then you just pick up, get in the shuttle again, and back it out. Templar Archives coming in. Oh, Reaver, nice. God, the Reaver micro is so tight. So tight. Ooh, takes a hit. Scarab actually got some kills there. That's crazy. That's okay. That's some crazy stuff. Okay, high ground siege tanks are a terrifying thing to look at if you are a Terran player. Well, everybody it's terrifying, but in this case it's Snow who is scared by it because Protoss and high ground tanks do not mix. High ground tanks are good pretty much against everything, but Zealot bombing his way onto these tanks. Goliath's trying to do their best to keep these alive. We're sacrificing units to make sure the tank count doesn't get up into infinity. Snow doing his best. Is this more Zealot? This is more Zealot bombing. Man, Snow, you're so good. He's whittled this tank count down from like 20 to 5. More tanks are joining the party. Reinforcing tanks getting picked off by Snow too, though. That's not what you want to see. Turrets coming up here would be so problematic. Another Zealot bomb gets rid of the forward tank. Spider-Mine does not... Ow! Does not fire there. Unburrows, moves, and then doesn't fire. Vulture's getting on top of these probes, trying to evac the probes. using the shuttles. It's the evac play of the day here from Snow. Worker count 61 to 54 in favor of Snow, but this third base might actually just straight up die. Look at these reinforcements coming in, massing up a little bit before they try to join this party. Snow is desperate to get rid of these tanks that are in range of the Nexus. This is crazy. Okay, so no probes here to kill for these vultures, but they'll go ahead and wail away on the Nexus if they can. Probes trying to transfer up to this fourth base. Vultures kiting. Snow's economy is not doing hot, but we've seen it not do hot before. Doesn't mean it's the end of the world. And the third Nexus goes down to Vultures with a little bit of siege tank support back here. Not too bad. Vultures try to get into the fourth base. 3 cannons prevent that from happening. The high ground siege tank count. It seems like there's always more siege tanks up there, and he is not wrong about that. This has been absolutely devastating for Snow, but he's been killing tanks. He's not letting this snowball out of control. He's thinning the numbers out while being a 3 base. Oh my gosh, a 4th base is coming up here from Ample too. This is problematic for Snow. Every Snow fan is like, what is happening here? Snow's not supposed to lose games. He does, though. Remember what we were talking about RJB and Snow's record since January whatever, and it's not 100%. It's like an 80% rate, but come on, insanely good nevertheless, right? Doesn't mean you win every game, is my point. You're gonna drop games to fellow pros at some point. Nobody's perfect in StarCraft, not even Flash, not even Snow. These Reavers are putting in some work, though. +1 attack on the Dragoons, +1 attack on the mech here, working on 2 attack, 1 armor. Scarab damage upgrade coming in here from Snow, too. And this base is just not coming back. Snow's trying to get a replacement for that base up this left side, and it seems like it's pretty okay. Reaver is trying to make sure that anybody swinging up that way is at least going to run into a bit of a problem. Turrets coming up in case the Reavers make their way up to the 4th base of Ample, but Ample is ahead. That's all there is to it right now. Even worker count, which is not great if you're the Protoss, but he does have about 20 more supply of army, so he's going to make a go for it. Going to make a run for it into the 4th base. With the turrets, the shuttle gets wiped out. A couple of Zealots join the party. My gosh, this is just chaos right now. Reavers. 2 Reavers taking out 1 Vulture. Not all that cost efficient, I would say. What are these SCVs doing? I don't know why they're pulling here, but Stutter stepping in. Snow knows he needs to get big damage done to make up for the death of his 3rd, and he is. He's getting right on top of the 4th base of Ample, wiping out SCVs, wiping out missile turrets. The responding army is slow because his Reaver micro is slowing them so much, but you can only slow for so long before the rest of the army shows up. All your Protoss stuff dies, and he really didn't kill that many SCVs. Oh, unloads the tank, or unloads the Reaver, immediately gets tank obliterated. 59 to 54 workers there. Ample on the lead on worker count, and now the army value is about even too. So Ample, he's in a position to win this game. Whether he can pull it out here is going to depend on the next, I don't know, 5-10 minutes of engagements. Okay, losing a couple things for minimal losses to the Protoss, not ideal, I gotta say. Scans happening. Ooh, he does scan this base, and he sends some Vultures up to try to deal with it. Ooh, catches some transferring probes. Oh, that hurts for Snow. Ample's done such a good job keeping this probe count low today. 48 probes. This base is coming up as well. Snow trying to make up for the lack of that 4th, or lack of this 3rd, by just expanding up this left side, up and up and up and up. I mean, there's really no other place to expand on this map in all fairness, because there really aren't any bases in the middle of the map. They're all along their outer edges. In all accuracy, Storm getting researched. Templar Archives has been done for a minute, but I think Snow's had other things to worry about. So now the Terran has a 62 to 48 worker lead. The bigger army for the Protoss, though, but the Terran can withstand thanks to more cost efficiency. Reavers can be really cost efficient, though. Let's not forget that. Reavers can be insanely cost efficient. Oh, free siege tank, siege up on this 4th base up the left side. Ay caramba, that is not ideal. Can anybody get up here to shut this down? There are some Reavers coming in that shuttle. Unsieging a couple of the tanks. Unsieging, Reavers unload. Get 1 hit off. This is a race. How many shots can we get? Can we take down this Nexus? All these probes are going to die nevertheless. So if the probes all die... Oh, hang on. We're getting distracted by the responding Protoss army. If you just kept firing at that Nexus, I think maybe you would have got it, but every tank goes down. Every probe at this base is dead. 41 probes from Snow. A comeback from him right now would be insanely impressive. Ow, Spider Mine's wiping out a Dragoon there. Just every good Terran player going to be insanely cost efficient with these Spider Mines too. Not sure I said that today, but it's the truth nevertheless. EMP getting researched. Always a good upgrade to get here against whatever the Protoss is doing. Knocking all the shields off a Protoss unit is super good. More transferring probes. What is with Ascension and being a map where you don't want to be a worker? This has been so many dead probes today. 40 probes to 61 SCVs. The advantage of Ample is unlike one I've ever seen against Snow from a Terran player. This advantage is almost too good to be true. Oh, he finds a bunch. These High Templar are not free. Oh, that was 150 gas per High Templar, and they all just died. Gah, Snow. If Snow just taps out here, I don't know that I would blame him. He's down massively on the economy. He just invested into a ton of High Templar to try to storm this mech, and every one of the High Templar on that high ground died. There's one here. Nice. You've got one High Templar. Of the 8 you had, Ample marching across the map. Let's take it down, son. Siege tank sieging up. Dragoons escaping with their lives. Sometimes that doesn't happen, as we saw earlier in this game. Snow rebuilding his economy. He's getting his 3rd base back. He's getting his 5th base didn't die. His 6th base has not taken any damage, so that's nice. Center of the map controlled right now by Ample, but the thing about the center of this map is that it's low ground. So controlling it more difficult and doesn't mean as much if it was a high ground position, right? Right. Trying to clear these Spider Mines from the south, the Dragoons, but just massing. 3 tanks at a time being produced. The 3-1 upgrades have arrived for the tanks. The Dragoons are at +1 attack. No further upgrades. I'm not sure Snow has had the available income to pull that off. He might go for a bit of a surround here. A flank from the south. Wow, maybe this thing comes. Oh, D-Matrix eats a bit of that Scarab shot. Snow's army just looks so small in here. It just looks super tiny. High Templar, target fired specifically, and dead. And Snow's like, this is where I would throw down more storms if I had more High Templar, which I don't. If this can be controlled, this area can be controlled by Ample, these 2 bases of the Protoss are going to die, and that'll be GG. Positioning is really key here for Ample. He's being very careful with it, being very slow with it. But it's working out for him. No sign of a carrier transition from Snow today. Not that he can't, right? Big Zealot attack. Where are the Vultures? There they are. Where are the Scarabs to thin out the Vulture ranks? There we go. This is a good battle from Snow. He pushes the Terran back a bit. God, loses an Obs, loses another Obs there. +3 siege tanks, though, are just no joke. None whatsoever. What did I say about taking this position? You can almost threaten 2 bases at once. Snow is extremely disinterested in allowing this to happen for reasons that I can totally understand from him. Reavers having to play such a big part in this. There's just not a lot of Zealots or Dragoons in the house. D-Matrix that tank after the Scarab was targeting him. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. That's a sick play by Ample. Ample is a monster today. Not that he's not always a monster. I always like casting him. He's not quite at the level of like a Light or a Flash, but those are high orders of magnitude of elite play in StarCraft. It's a lot to ask. Okay. 5th base takes some hits. Science Vessel. Ready to... Ooh, EMPing the Nexus would be cool. But also, if your tanks can take the shields down in like 4 seconds, why bother? Why bother using the energy, I guess I would say. And yeah, 6th base down. Thank you for coming. I just don't know that Snow's been able to overcome the worker disadvantage he's been at for a lot of this game. He's only down 10 workers now instead of 20, which is nice. The third base being back has helped a lot with that. But if this base goes down, and really the only thing stopping it is 5 Dragoons, 2 Reavers, and an Archon, doesn't seem like it's enough. Gotta throw that out there. Okay, the Archon's gone, so that's even worse. Trying to do a bit of a counterattack here from Snow right up the middle of the map. Going to clear out the spider mines with the zealot bodies as they are programmed and trained to do. Storm in the tanks. Storm in the tanks. Yeah, 2 storms to kill a tank. There we go. Second storm, and no tanks die. They still have to eat the whole thing effectively. Simultaneous kill. Dragoon there with the Reaver. Can Ample do this? Ample's got... He's got the sword raised, about to decapitate Snow. But can he bring it down in time? Or is Snow going to escape? Find some way, somehow, to win this game while being down in worker count for an immense amount of time here. Making some Dark Templar. Maybe some DT stuff can help me get back in this game, he says. This position makes it so I cannot take this base back. Oh, well. Missile turret and spider. Oh, the spider mine connection there was massive. Yo, that was so big. Vultures are like, all right. Okay, we're back down under 50 probes, Snow fans. You know, I'm just going to repeat what I said. Snow doesn't win every game that he tosses up. Or that he queues for. And this is definitely... I just don't see it. 199 to 139 supply. This base is dead. This base is up. But there's a... Oh, he just... okay, so he just sent a ton of probes over here. Another Nexus down. I just... That's 3 Nexuses killed today. Oh, the Reaver shots have been... Snow losing this game is not because his micro has been bad, with the exception of maybe losing all of those High Templar. But they're slow, and it was more of a good play by Ample than I think a poor play by Snow, in my opinion anyway. And Ample, just the patience of a meching Terran. Yeah, he knows. He knows he doesn't have to get in there right this very second, because he knows when he does get in there, and the positioning is good, that it's over for the Protoss, right? Or the Terran, or whatever. Usually, Terrans play a lot faster against Zerg, because Zerg is fast. You have to be fast to respond to them. But yeah, man. Unless this is some insane comeback from Snow. The saving grace here from Snow is that Ample's only really mining on 1 base right now, but trying to be cost efficient when attacking into spider mines, 1,000,000 vultures. Your zealots are gone. Your Dragoons can't engage with this many +3 siege tanks. I love these tanks chasing these Dragoons down. Like they're not going to die because... doofuses. Very, very funny stuff there. Yeah, man. 193 to 109 supply. That supply lead just keeps getting bigger for Ample every time Snow tries to dislodge the Terran from this position. He's producing Scarabs. He's got some cash here, but... make 14 more Zealots, I guess? The Vulture count is just high. The EMP potential is good. The Goliath damage on Zealots is also nice, and this is it. This base represents everything for Snow. All of his hopes and dreams are pinned on this Nexus. The probes do manage to evac out to a certain extent, but that's another Nexus down. Ample's going to take this base, and that's a GG. Snow taps out, and Ample is our winner in 28 minutes. In 56 seconds. Wow. That was crazy. That was an absolutely crazy display of PVT there. I gotta say, when I pulled this up, I was like, you know, I like Ample, but I think Snow's got this. But this is why we cast the games, friends. This is why you click on this. Because if Snow won every game he ever played, it'd be boring to watch Snow games. Unless you're just a massive Snow fan. And watching him win was just the greatest thing ever. And there was never any tension, never any doubt. And you liked that. But I think most people watch these because they don't know. They don't know who's going to come out on top here. And yeah, I mean, Ample's economy was not good. He's mining here. He's mined out everywhere else at 28 minutes. That's why he's so desperately floating this command center over this base, because he needs it to continue to mount war. But Snow's bases are dead. I think this one is still rocking because it was dead for so long. By the time it got reestablished, there were a ton of resources left at it. So yeah, Ample recognizing, I can't get mined out here. Can't get complacent. This is Snow we're dealing with. He's very scary, and if I'm going to beat him, I need more cash. And it turned out he didn't need this cash to win, but hey, you don't know. You better just play it as you should. But yeah, that probe massacring today with tanks and mostly vultures was really what got this done for Ample. 219,000 points from Ample, 191,000 from Snow. Outproduced 5-3 here was Snow, and got outkilled. That is tough against a Terran player, man. Resources cannot be that happy either. Snow, yeah, outspending the Terran. That's nice. That's your goal. But only by about 2,000 resources in 28 minutes is not going to cut it. Never in a million years are we going to cut it. So, yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. That was some dead impressive TVP there from Terran. I'm trying to think of all the PVTs that I've cast over the last couple weeks. I feel like it's been Protoss wins more often than not. So it's nice that you end up getting, well, a Terran win, to put it simply. Anyway, hope you're happy, Terran fans and Snow fans. I hope this makes the next Snow victory even sweeter to you. I think that's how it should work. All right, neat. So that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.